Okay guys, it's your boy here, Marvin Ambrosius, and I've just finished my professional skills workout with Coach Gary Maitland here to my left. As you can see, I'm very exhausted right now, and for a fitness expert and somebody that works out at least 3 times a day, my fitness skills and endurance was tested today. So I just want to welcome Coach Maitland. Thank you so much for doing this for me today, bro. I'm going to ask you now, in that particular workout that we did today, on a professional standpoint with athletes, how often would you say a professional workout would last for, and how many times a week would that athlete do that?
Oh, good question. So to give you a real life example of what we've going on this summer, professional athletes are working out 4 or 5 times a week, and their workouts are about 75 minutes. So in terms of getting a high number of reps up, that's crucial. And then the added part would be the competition, so playing like live 1-on-1 or 2-on-2. So yeah, and many of them are thirsty for more.
Now, if you don't follow Coach Maitland's channel, I love to watch it because I get to see the elite of the UK best basketball players. You've got Ovi coming down here. A lot of the guys from the Great Britain teams are down here training with him because Gary was a former England player himself, like myself too, back in the day. But just to be honest, in doing that workout today, it really taught me something about how fit we were as kids and the level of how fit we would be as athletes. Now, I want to know from a coaching standpoint now, and what you're seeing from the UK, how do you feel that the rise of UK basketball is going to compete with international basketball?
It's a tough one because there's so many differences between the culture of the sport in the UK compared to other countries. Having a large amount of people playing is not the problem. We do have a lot of people playing. Participation is very high. So what we really need to do is focus a lot of attention on the coaching so that the coaches can be upskilled, and therefore they can help players become more skilled. Then the competition level starts to rise, and then that just increases the amount of opportunities. So for me, the number one priority needs to be on the coaching.
Okay. Now, a lot of people don't realize in the NBA there are 30 teams in the NBA. There is literally a 1 in a 2 billion chance of making the NBA. So the fact that we've got someone like Jeremy Sohan making a San Antonio Spurs out of how many kids in the world that want to play ball, do you feel that we should, like you said, focus on the coaching over here, but also build a brand in this country to where we can have players getting paid at a high level with high participation? Do you see that happening, and how many years do you see that coming up?
I do see that happening. I think building brand is important. And it's a little bit more than just fancy videos and pictures. There needs to be some serious substance behind it. And again, it comes back to the coaching, even if it's not necessarily high level coaching, but just making the coaching environment an engaging one, a safe one, where players can grow. Not every coach is going to be an elite level, an advanced level, a professional level, and we don't need everybody to be that. But what we do need is that at every access point where players enter the game, they need to have a great experience where they are learning new skills, and that would then allow them to level up and get to the next point. So, building brand is important, and I think with the use of social media, it's allowing content creators to get really, innovative with how they're displaying what the game is like over here. So that is definitely an important part, but the substance needs to be there. It can't just be sugar coated.
And also as well, from the basketball journey, both of us went through it. You went through a longer period than I did, where we went from getting to the top elite level that we could in the UK, going to high school in America. Do you feel that journey, it's weird saying this out loud, now your son has gone through that journey and is now in college. Do you feel like that experience and that would take something extra for somebody from the UK, or do you feel that we can do it all just through the UK, or do you think it's really important for someone to do exactly what you and your son did?
I think the NCAA is a tricky governing body, right? They don't really understand our academic pathway, so they've made it quite difficult for players to leave and attend high school now. So what we found is a lot of players are doing sixth form over here and then going straight to university, right? Now,
that's completely different.
Completely different, but what that does is that has allowed us to train players to get to a standard where they can go straight to university from here, and that's shown that we can do that. So the next part really is creating a professional league, professional teams where actually the top end might not have to go, and they could stay and have a healthy career. I mean, if you go to other countries, they don't always look west to the US. You know, they're happy to kind of right. France, you can stay as a domestic player and earn a living. So I'd like to see a point where, you know, that can happen. I mean, for sure, we might, you know, lose our best players to other leagues, but every country does that too. So there's nothing unique there. But yeah, I would like to see an opportunity where, national players are allowed to stay and earn a good living.
Last question. What is in it and what is the future for Coach Maitland?
I don't know, man. I tell you what I do know. I tell you what I do know is that I love learning and I love evolving and I love growing and scaling what I do. So for me, the biggest push is going to be how can I help more and more players as the years go on. Now, would that be geographically whoever's convenient? Yes, it will do. It would also mean how can I help players on the other side of the world? How can I help coaches all over the world? So for me, it's about growing my services so that I'm able to access more players and coaches. Now, where will that take me? Who knows? Basketball has taken me literally around the world, so I've got a lot more to see still.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Gary. I really appreciate it. And guys, make sure you check out Gary's channel as well. Follow at Coach Maitland. Make sure you want to become a great basketball player. This is where you come. Marvin Ambrosi is Marvin in Basketball, signing out. Peace.